Good morning. My name is Charlotte Kaspari. Have you ever heard the expression, small is beautiful? Well, I would like for you to keep this in mind while I talk about staff-to-child ratio and group size in early care and educational programs. Parents' demand for early care and education services has surged over the last 30 years as higher percentage of parents have entered the workforce and as families have sought out quality child care and education that promotes early learning and positive development. There have been extensive studies done on staff-to-child ratio and group size. One of the most extensive studies is the National Daycare Study, released in 1997. The study found that when children were in larger groups, they received less adult interaction, exhibited more crying, aimless wandering, engaged in less conversation, there was less cognitive and language stimulation, there was less focused play and interaction with other children, and adults were more engaged in dealing with behavioral problems. Another study on infants and toddlers done by the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development followed more than 1,000 children through their first 4.5 years of life. Researchers measured the impact of regularable features, which are features that can be regulated, such as child-to-staff ratio, group size, as well as training and education of the staff. The study showed that children in the classrooms that met more of these standards, such as the adult-to-child ratio and group size, were more ready for school, had better language comprehension, and fewer behavioral problems by the time they were 3 years old. After a review of a series of studies done on the class size of 3 and 4-year-olds, the National Institute for Early Education Research put out a report on the findings, which were that class size reduction can improve the educational outcome. I would like to sum up some of the research findings done on group size and staff-to-child ratio. Infants, toddlers, and preschoolers in smaller groups with fewer children per adult were more cooperative, more verbal, and more responsive to adults and to their peers. Low ratio of children to adults are associated with more extensive teacher-child interaction, more individual attention, and less restrictive and controlling teacher behavior, especially benefiting children from low-income families. Small group size is also correlated with more child initiation, more opportunities for teachers to help children develop language proficiency, and more development of children's exploration and problem solving. Children in classrooms with lower group sizes and fewer children per adult were more ready for school, had better language comprehension, and had fewer behavioral problems. While most researchers would agree that group size and ratios do not alone produce nurturing atmosphere and education and better educational programs, but these two quality indicators appear to contribute to higher quality programs and better child outcome. The National Association for the Education of Young Children sets standards for both group size and teacher-to-child ratio for programs to be nationally accredited as meeting high quality standards. Working parents are putting their child or children in daycare or educational programs anywhere from 6 to 10 hours a day. Therefore, I think we as parents owe it to our children to put them in an environment that is going to teach verbal and social interaction, stimulate cognitive and language development, as well as provide a nurturing atmosphere. Because in these first few precious years, the stepping stones to a healthy development are being established. So I would like to call upon parents to look at the program closely that you want to put your child in and make sure they will get the deserved attention they need to develop in a healthy manner. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.